This is probably going to be our last MK1 video from San Diego Comic-Con. What's up? It's your boy Dynasty back again with another MK1, MK Uno video because we got a few things of notes from the panel that Ed Boon and other studios had that I haven't even had a chance to sit down and discuss. For starters, there was talk of a single-player experience that is very expansive, but they wouldn't touch really anything else in regards to that mode that we haven't seen yet. Also, Baraka might have a human skin, or this is lost in translation. Apparently, there is a question about Baraka, and again, it might be something lost in translation, but it seems like there is a potential that we might be getting a human form of Baraka, not just talked about, but presented in MK1, which would be amazing because obviously the Tarkat disease confirms that at one point in time, Baraka was a regular human before he was infected and became a flesh-eating zombie. He's not a zombie, I get it. Lastly, John Wick also apparently may or may not be in MK1 because Boon did not shoot down the rumors despite Keanu Reeves for years now saying that wouldn't want it to happen. You would think that if it wasn't going to happen, Boon would have just shot that down, but for some reason he just kind of kept the door open to that. So, a few things of note, nothing too crazy. I'm going to go over the entire panel because I've not done that yet. This will be coming from Temple of the Geek, who was actually in attendance at San Diego Comic-Con over the weekend. They were, doing updates while the panel was going on, stuff like that. So just a small little overview of everything I might have missed throughout the last couple of days because I posted a lot. And I think this is going to round off everything I may or may not have talked about or missed. So if you guys are excited for that, take a second, drop a like on the video. And without further ado, let's talk about MK Uno. So like I mentioned, Temple of the Geek was here, getting an interview with Ed Boon that's dropping hopefully sometime soon. Will it have anything groundbreaking? We'll have to wait and see. They were seated here at the panel, discussing the idea behind Reset Timeline. The team felt starting back at 1 for after the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Narrator, directive, Dominic Cianciolo details the tone of Mortal Kombat with lots of humor, dark moments, but with the familiar blood and gore, so no surprises here. Keeping it campy. There is an additional brand new expansive single-player experience aside from the main story in Mortal Kombat 1 that they aren't talking about today. Now, this is a big one because obviously we're like 9 weeks away from the launch of this game, and we really only have 2 more big events, I think, set in stone for potential reveals, that being EVO and Gamescom in August. So I don't know when exactly they're going to showcase the single-player experience. Maybe at Gamescom? Maybe EVO would just be more of a reveal for a character because that's more of like a competitive online thing, and Gamescom's like a whole expo. So, I don't know. It could also just drop randomly in the middle of a week. They still haven't even given us updates in the next combat cast despite revealing all these new characters as well. But yes, there's still an additional brand new expansive single-player experience aside from the main story. Now, you guys, we've talked about leaks here on the channel for a while now, and allegedly the rumor was it was going to be very reminiscent of, I guess, Super Smash Bros. Most recent single-player, Temple of Lights. We're kind of dubbing it just map mode because we don't know what it is. Apparently, it's going to be in the same vein as Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance Conquest mode. Obviously, things are always subject to change, but I just hope it's something fun. There's also been talk that apparently Boon said it was for people who are tired of just going online and getting their butts kicked. So hopefully it's expansive because at this point in time, we still don't know how you unlock things in MK1. So if there being no crypt, hopefully whatever this mode is has some replayability and it's expansive. It's gonna break my heart, honestly, to know that we don't have like a full-blown conquest mode at this point in time, especially when like World Tour for Street Fighter came out, and that's essentially everything we would need for Mortal Kombat 1. That really set the tone and the bar, I think, for fighting games going forward, but this game's been in development for a while now, and if it's not in this game, best believe the next one will probably have a full-blown Deception Conquest, and if the rumors about Onaga being maybe potentially the big bad and being set up for the next game, maybe the next game is like a full-blown Deception remake, and that will kind of be perfect for a full-blown Conquest mode, but that's not dropping for like 5 years at this point, so yeah, I would have loved to have had a full-blown Conquest mode like Deception now, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, New mode. They won't talk about it. And we'll have to wait and see what happens. Art director Tiago Gomez showing off new environments and concept arts. Here's another look at the living forest. My face is covering it. That looks beautiful. We've seen these already as well, I think, a few times. Yeah, we've already talked about these. More concept art and renders. Again, the stages from the most recent trailer. We get to see Rain and his water staff. This almost looks like a place for a stage fatality or something. And here's this cart that we see in the back of the stage as well, dead center on the map. Lee May, Smoke, Raiden concept art. I think we've already touched base on this a few times already over the weekend, but in case you missed it, here you go. More arts and renders. Now, these are cool because, again, nice showcase of the newly revealed Lee May. She looks great. Some people were saying she looks bad. I don't know what you're smoking. And here is Smoke without his mask. Check that out. That is sick. If not mistaken, one of the few times I think we've seen Smoke without his mask so far in MK1, so that's pretty dope. Here's another look at Raiden with people approaching him in the Outworld stage. This looks to be some type of cutscene as well. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, according to Geek Vibe Nations, Ed Boon didn't confirm or deny John Wick appearing as a guest fighter in the future. And I believe he was asked this question at the end of the panel when they were doing like an open-ended Q&A. So somebody asked about John Wick, and he wouldn't confirm or deny. So, I mean, even if he wasn't coming, why would you shoot it down, I guess? That makes some sense to keep the hype alive, but I don't think it's happening. Just because, again, Keanu Reeves has kind of already been pretty vocal about not wanting to be in a game like Mortal Kombat. I don't think it's happening, but for some reason, there's a lot of people who really want to see John Wick, and it just makes me feel uncomfortable for Keanu Reeves, because I don't think he wants to see himself get fatality'd. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but the theme for this game apparently is heroes and villains. I guess we could consider John Wick a hero. He would kind of fit in. Granted, he's not a comic book hero. He's still a hero, right? I don't know, man. So, John Wick fans, there's still hope, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. I really wouldn't. Now, this is the one thing from the weekend that has me really, really intrigued. So, Mortal Kombat Brazil, which is a legit account that posts Mortal Kombat updates, worth the follow. They came out, and I don't speak Portuguese, unfortunately. But in translation, this tweet says, Melina and Baraka have been confirmed by Ed Boon to be characters of two versions before they get infected and after. We will have a human Baraka. Now, I don't know the context exactly of this, and it sucks because it's not like they actually streamed the entire panel for MK1 with Ed Boon and the, NetherRealm Studios there in attendance, but I am trying not to get too excited because if this is the case, which it is the case, initially, when I saw this, I thought this meant we were going to get like a Baraka skin as a human. Now, it's been confirmed at this point in time that he was a merchant before he was infected by the Tarkats and became the Baraka we've come to grow and love with the teeth and everything. What if we get Baraka as a merchant? And even crazier is, man, I got to give a shout out to Kenny Bomb. Kenny put together this theory that somebody presented to him that apparently Baraka's tattoos are on the same arm and kind of the same tribal font as Kano's in the most recent Mortal Kombat game. I don't think that Baraka's Kano, but it just got my mind wondering, like, could you imagine if we got like a human Baraka skin? Seeing who this merchant was. Now, he's not a merc, he's not Kano, but that would be so cool. And funny enough, there's even a move that he has in the trailer where he does like a cannonball with his spikes. I don't think he's Kano, but that just got me so like intrigued to the idea of seeing maybe like Baraka on screen in the story before, give that character that added depth that I think he's been missing for a long time. Baraka's always been really cool, but man, they're really going all out this time for him, and it makes me so happy because without us seeing human Baraka, to know that he was just a regular dude who got infected and became what he is, just, again, my heart, man, it's got a soft spot for him. It always has, but now it's like, dude, I love Baraka. I'm probably going to main him, honestly. When it comes to MK1, I'll probably be a Baraka Sub-Zero main, so I thought this was interesting. Again, I've already scoured the internet trying to see if anybody else had quotes from Ed Boon that mention anything like this, but some people were seeing this and like me thinking like maybe this means we'll get a human Baraka skin just like back in the Mortal Kombat 9 days where we got a human Sector and Cyrax, and at the time that was kind of a big deal as well. So it would be cool to see a very first time human Baraka. I don't think he's Kano, despite him wearing like the white cut off tank top and being a merchant and having the tattoos. I don't think it's Kano. I think it's an interesting theory, just like Jar Jar Binks being a Sith Lord, but I would be intrigued to see a skin for not even just Baraka, for both. It would be cool to have a un-Tarkat Molina skin and an un-Tarkat Baraka skin. So maybe somebody can clarify this or find out more information, because I've tried scouring, like I said, the entire internet. I've not found anything about this, and I thought it was super interesting because, hey, Baraka presented as a human in the story would be amazing before the disease. So guys, that is all I got for y'all today. What do you think of everything we talked about? Are you excited for Mortal Kombat 1? What do you think this expansive single-player mode is? Do you think it's going to be a full-blown Deception Conquest mode? Do you think it's going to be like what I'm saying and kind of more in the same vein of Deadly Alliance's Conquest mode, where it's just filled with training missions, you complete the mission, maybe you unlock a skin for a character or two? So that's kind of what I'm thinking or setting my expectations for, so I'm maybe surprised and I can eat my words. And what do you think of this quote right here? Again, I don't speak Portuguese. It could have been lost in translation. What does this mean? Does this mean anything about a skin? The quote tweets are going crazy on this tweet. People are really excited to see maybe a Baraka human skin. So we'll see what that has to be once this game drops. But guys, that's all I got for y'all today. If you enjoyed the video, please take a second, drop a like on it. Of course, subscribe for some more MK content like this on the channel. Till next time, been your host, Moon Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. I love you. Thank you for all the support lately on the MK1 content this weekend. San Diego Comic-Con was jam-packed. Should have more for you tomorrow. Love you. Mwah. Peace.
On it crack, but I'm not superstar.